everyone, my name is Lehua and welcome to the Superfina channel where we are reviewing NIS's game Lapiz Labyrinth for the Nintendo Switch. Lapiz Labyrinth is a dungeon diving action RPG. The storyline is that there's a struggling village that needs financial help. So what they do is they send out their adventurers to a labyrinth that's below the Golden Forest. The labyrinth is challenging, but it has a lot of treasure. We are, as players, able to play up to 4 characters in a group. They all each have their unique individual abilities, powers, attacks, etc., etc. Players have a choice to play as a gunner, shielder, witch, maid, necromancer, destroyer, hunter, and a bishop. So we have 8 different adventures to make our combination of 4 in the group. Once we make our group, we are going to go to the guild and accept a quest. So every dungeon has a variety of quests and we must clear them all in order to move on to the next dungeon. After we receive our quest, we go to the left and it takes us to the floor where the quest is located. Once there, we collect treasure, beat monsters, and collect money. The point of going into the labyrinth is to collect money for our financially unstable village. And there's this feature during the battle play called Fever. Fever allows us to collect as much money as we can in a limited time. Every time we hit an enemy, every time we destroy a block, it gives us money. We want to get to this very colorful, very bright section of the battle play so we can collect as much money as possible. In order to get there, we need to fill up the meter that's at the top left corner, and then fever mode activates. So we want to get to fever mode as much as possible. During fever mode, we get fever gifts, which are power sword, power shield, grimoire, treasure map, energy drink, golden crystal, ancient grimoire, spirit crystal, mystery elixir, shiny coin, magic fan, energy drink, and rainbow crystal. At the end of every floor, we see our floor results, completion time, treasure points, favorite activations, and acquired treasures. And then, once we clear the quest, we get treasure. Now it takes about 2 to 3 floors in order for us to clear out a quest. Once we get to the last floor, we beat a big boss. This is a little bit longer battle, takes a while, takes a lot more effort, but is so worth it. And the treasure that we get at the end of the quest is money, weapons, artifacts, and other such equipment that will help us throughout the game. Then we get to know our quest result. Time completed, floors cleared, final danger level, fever activations, and acquired treasures. Over here is where it matters what treasures we acquire throughout the labyrinth. We want to collect as much treasure as possible because there are different rarities. The rarer the treasures are, the more chance we are to get a rare equipment, weapons, armory, or artifacts. But the thing is, we won't know until after we open these treasures. And here is where we can equip our rewards. We can equip weapons, armor, artifacts, and other things like candy that will help us with our health after each floor we clear. I do want to point out that there is a equip cost where it's located on the left side. Equip cost is how much cost each equipment is, and there is a maximum. Our max right now is 30. So once we equip everything, we have to be mindful that it's below 30. If it goes above 30, we can't go through. There is an option to increase this limitation, and that is where we can acquire it at the exchange store, and that costs money. The exchange store where we can purchase that upgrade for the equip cost. We can also purchase a variety of other benefits that helps with our stats or resistance to certain effects. It's also called an exchange because not only do we use currency, but we also exchange for certain materials. We can give materials or we can also buy materials. Also, we're able to sell our equipment too. Equipment that we find useless and we rather get some money instead of just leaving it in our storage. But you might not want to sell the equipment, because later on, after we clear dungeon number 2, we get a foundry and we can use that equipment for that place. So foundry is an area where we can enhance our weapons or we can dismantle them. This is why I mentioned you might not want to sell your equipment, because dismantling does let us acquire materials to enhance our weapons. The enhancements we can do is either leveling up the weapon, making it stronger, or embedding them with some attributes. Now these attributes do cost money and materials, and this is where we want to dismantle the other equipment instead of selling them. We got the equipment all figured out. We're gonna go into the gameplay. Gameplay is really interesting because we're not just playing as one adventurer, we're playing as 4. So it's a stack of 4, and the bottom one is the main attacker. They can utilize all their attacks, and then the other adventurers at the top is used as support. So you use B to use their support abilities, and you can utilize all 3 of them. Isn't that awesome? And they all have a different type of support. For example, this shielder, if you use his support attack, he makes his barrier, which makes you invincible. So you can stay in that barrier and attack as much as you like, and when the enemies go into the barrier, they can't hurt you. The other support is the maid. With her, she enhances your attacks, making them stronger. Then when we press R, we are able to utilize everyone at once, and we do a major badass attack. A lot of damage. It's great to use during a fever mode. We got the battle play down. Let's talk about the labyrinth. The labyrinth consists of dungeons and floors. Each floor is filled with these purple crystals. These purple crystals help us get to these portals. And there's 3 different types of portals. There's a green one, a yellowish orange, and a purple. We want to get to the purple one because it gets us towards the end of the quest faster. Remember when I said it takes us up to 2 to 3 floors to complete a quest? Well, when we get to the purple portal, it makes us cut down that gameplay down to 2 floors instead of 3. There is a time limit per floor. If you see at the top right corner, there's a timer. Once it hits 0, a type of Grim Reaper comes along, and you don't want it to touch your adventures, because once that happens, done. The end. Gotta restart the quest all over. So during the time limit on the floor, we want to collect as much purple crystals as possible so we can fill up this meter down below on the right side and get to that purple portal and complete the quest as fast as possible, and move on to the next quest and clear the dungeon, and move on to the next dungeon and get all that money. And that is our Superfina review for NIS's game Lapiz Labyrinth for the Nintendo Switch. Any questions or opinions about this game, leave them in the comments below. We do read them and we do respond. If you want to get this game, you can also acquire it through the link that I will leave in the description below. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a like, and if you want to see more videos, subscribe and get notified on future uploads. We are also on social media, Twitter, Instagram at Lehua Superfina. We are also on Twitch, where we live stream playing video games, mostly RPGs. It is at twitch.tv/Lehua Superfina on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 10:30 p.m. Hawaii time, and Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. Hawaii time. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. My name is Lehua, and this was a Superfina review of NIS's game Lapiz Labyrinth for the Nintendo Switch. Until next time, guys, bye!